Howdy everyone, Spencer here, and in this video today I'm going to open 1,000 of the brand new Picard Zhat Vash lockboxes over on the Tribble Test Server. When I do these openings, I often am asked quite a bit if I'm opening on Tribble or Holodeck, and I always have it in the description, but a lot of people don't read that for some reason, but just get that out of the way. This is on the test server. I copied these keys over from the main server to the test server so that when I lose big with what I open here, I'm not actually taking any losses other than the time it took for me to copy the keys over. So this is my second take of this. I'm not going to really edit this video, so I'm doing this in one take. I had opened 1,000 boxes earlier today, and this was the result from the first 1,000. And it was pretty abysmal. With that first 1,000, didn't go too good, so I messed up the video settings earlier when I recorded, and with how abysmal the numbers were, I just figured I may as well just do another set of 1,000, just see how it goes. So I've got a second sheet set up here, and I'm going to open the 1,000 boxes and then put the information in. I will have the game sound on, but it is not going to be that great. I'm not going to talk while opening the boxes because I'm going to be clicking quite a bit. As for whether or not it's worth opening this lockbox yourself, you be the judge of it by the end of this video. There's no really groundbreaking traits or really anything in this lockbox. Their disruptor weapons are okay, but they're not anything really spectacular. The ship is pretty decent, but it's not going to beat something like the Juggernaut, Centaur, or any of the existing meta ships we have. It's just a fun Romulan ship to fly that can effectively do either like energy weapon builds or torpedo builds, but I'm not going to get into that too much in this video. So with that out of the way, I'm going to swap back to my STO scene here and proceed to start opening these boxes. And I'll have my mic muted while I do that. Let me get the game audio on here. And here we go. Okay, that was a lot of clicking. And these game sounds can really be quite annoying. So one thing I forgot to do before I started this was I had 18 of these before, and I'm going to delete those 18 before I move forward here. Okay, so we obviously got quite a few more ships in that first set that I opened. I'm going to swap back to my screen capture screen here. So what I'm going to start doing is filling in the data here. So total lobby 5,214. I'm just going to basically go through this and just add everything up. So salvage tech, how many do we got? 16. I'm going to mute again while I add this all together. So what you'll see down here too is this total items. I may have missed a trader or added one in the wrong spot, but that should be pretty much accurate there. Total items is going to be over 1,000 because sometimes these salvage technology drop in a quantity of 2 instead of 1, but they're still even at, like, even with them dropping 2, they're the worst thing in the lockbox by far. Let's bring this up to full screen here. So even with there being 6 ships out of that 1,000 boxes I just opened, it is still an EC loss at current market values. And ultimately, the reason for this is because keys are so expensive right now. And the other reason is with this lockbox, there's not really a ton in it that's going to sell for much value. The only unique items to this lockbox that are going to sell well are the DOF missions, because those are just this lockbox's version of research assignments. The weapon packs are selling for a decent amount right now. And then, of course, the ship is always going to sell pretty well. Now, the ship, depending on when you sell it, may be 900 million. It could be 800 million, so I just put 850 because that was the price when I started doing this earlier. But you also see with even 1,000 boxes just how much it can sway. Like, this was the first set of 1,000, and the loss was 2.7 billion EC. And then this 1,000, it's only 100 million EC, but if you average them up and consider that you're probably not going to get 6 ships out of 1,000 boxes most of the time, you're gonna lose money opening this lockbox. So I will have both of these spreadsheets linked in the video description down below. I'm gonna go and do one of these lockbox openings for the Borg lockbox next. I know that one's probably sounding a bit weird, but what I'm wondering with the Borg lockbox is if it might be profitable to open in a large quantity just for the DOF packs, because the Borg DOF packs, they sell for quite a bit. They tend to go for 40 to 50 million per, and the reason they sell for such a high amount is because they have all of the, like, the 27 of 45 and 46 of what is it? It's not of 45, it's of 47 or something like that. So 27 of 47, you know, those really popular meta DOFs that came out last year, they all come from that pack. So that's what I think I'm going to do next. But as to whether or not you should open this Picard lockbox, I'm going to say no. If there's something from this lockbox you want, buy it off the exchange from someone that was foolish enough to open these boxes themselves. Now, I've opened about 250 of them myself on holodeck. I got one ship, and I'm not going to open any more, especially after seeing these numbers. So outside of the Borg stuff, the other video I'm thinking about doing is an Infinity Lockbox opening video, but I'm not going to do 1,000 for that. I would probably go with a much higher number. I'm thinking something along the lines of like 12,000 boxes. And the reason for that abnormally high number is that used to be, back in the day, people used to gather a lot of statistical data about the lockboxes. And when the first few lockboxes came out, there's even data about this on the STO wiki for those older lockboxes, where people would open 12,000 and get drop rates that are a bit more accurate because of how large of a quantity it is. So that's a long-term goal that I'm going to be working on, but short-term, I'm going to do the Borg lockbox next in a similar fashion to this one. But with just 1,000 boxes, because I'm not going to mess up the initial recording like I did for this video. So, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you all around.